Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're comparing two popular long-term food storage options from ReadyWise. On one side we have the freeze-dried vegetable bucket right here, and on the other side we have the freeze-dried fruit bucket. Both of these buckets are designed for emergency preparedness, survival situations, camping, off-grid living, long-term food storage, and they both offer up to 25 years shelf life and contain 120 servings each. But if you can only choose one for a survival situation, which one would you buy first? That's what we're going to talk about today. So let's go ahead and dive in. First, let's talk about these two buckets, what they have in common. Both buckets contain 120 servings. Both have an impressive shelf life of 25 years when properly stored. Both come in stackable buckets that are easy to store in a closet, pantry, garage, cabin, or bug out location. Both use freeze-dried food, which helps preserve flavor and nutritional value while dramatically extending shelf life. And both feature ReadyWise split lid design, which make accessing the food pouches simple and convenient. So from a preparedness standpoint, they're very, very similar when you compare them side by side. The only real difference comes down to what's inside of the buckets. The vegetable bucket contains freeze-dried vegetables such as corn, broccoli, peas, and green beans, while on the other hand, the fruit bucket contains freeze-dried fruits such as strawberries, blueberries, bananas, and apples. Now let's talk about survival. If I could only choose one bucket during an emergency, I would personally choose the vegetable bucket first. Here's why. In a true survival situation, your body needs more than calories. You need nutrients that help maintain your health over an extended period of time. Vegetables provide important vitamins, minerals, fiber, and nutrients that can be harder to obtain from many emergency foods. Most long-term food storage plans already contain plenty of carbohydrates like pasta and oatmeal and other grains. What those food plans often lack is a sufficient amount of vegetables. So adding vegetables to soups, rice dishes, casseroles, or freeze-dried meals can help create a more balanced diet during a prolonged emergency. Another advantage is versatility. Vegetables can be mixed into just about almost anything. You can add them to soups, you can add them to stews, you can mix them into rice, and you can add them to pasta dishes. You can also combine them with dehydrated meats, which I have all of those buckets already, so I can add this vegetable bucket to those. So they fit into almost any meal. In my opinion though, vegetables are one of the most overlooked parts of an emergency food storage plan. Now, before the fruit lovers start typing in the comments, let's talk about why the fruit bucket is still incredibly valuable. One thing that can be overlooked during an emergency is morale. Now think about that for a moment. When people are eating survival foods day after day, having something sweet and enjoyable can make a huge difference. Fruit provides natural sweetness that can help break up the monotony of emergency meals. Imagine eating rice, beans, and survival meals for weeks. I want you to think about that for a moment. Then adding a pouch of freeze-dried strawberries or blueberries. That little boost can make a huge difference. Put yourself in a survivalist's shoes right now and how good that would be. But fruit offers much more than just flavor. Many fruits contain important vitamins and antioxidants. They can help support overall health and provide nutrients that complement the vegetables in your food storage plan. The fruit bucket is also incredibly versatile. You can eat the fruit straight out of the pouch. You can rehydrate it with water, simply water. You can add it to oatmeal. You can mix it into granola, which I have some freeze-dried granola from ReadyWise, so that would be a good meal. And you can add it to yogurt if available. You can even use it in baking, so imagine that for a moment, how that would boost your morale. In fact, one of the many favorite uses for freeze-dried fruit is adding it to breakfast foods. A handful of freeze-dried blueberries or strawberries can instantly make a simple meal much more enjoyable. Now let's compare them category by category. For survival nutrition, I give the edge to the vegetable bucket. For meal versatility, I also give the edge to the vegetable bucket. For morale and enjoyment during an emergency, I give the edge to the fruit bucket. Fruit and coffee is two that can boost your morale. For snacking right out of the package, the fruit bucket wins again. For supplementing emergency meals, the vegetable bucket wins. For family appeal, especially if you have children, guess which one wins? The fruit bucket, you guessed right. Let's talk about a preparedness strategy that I think makes the most sense. Instead of choosing one over the other, consider using both together. The vegetable bucket helps provide nutrients and ingredients for meals. The fruit bucket provides additional vitamins, variety, and enjoyable snacks. Together, they create a much more balanced emergency food supply. Think of the vegetable bucket as helping sustain your body, and think of the fruit bucket as helping sustain both your body and your morale, which is very important in a survival situation. Now, long-term emergency, both of those will matter. So if you're just starting your emergency food storage journey and can only buy one bucket, I'd recommend starting with the vegetable bucket because vegetables tend to be harder to stockpile long-term and are often missing from preparedness plans. But if your budget allows, adding the fruit bucket as well creates a more complete food storage solution. At the end of the day, both of these ReadyWise buckets offer long shelf life, easy storage, convenient preparation, and an excellent way to build your emergency food supply. The question isn't really which one is better. The better question is which one should you buy first? For me, that's the vegetable bucket. But eventually, I would want both of these sitting on my shelf in my pantry. And let me know down in the comments below, which bucket would you choose first, vegetable or fruit? Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.